Hi, my name's Greg. I'm with the Sunlight Foundation, and we're going to do an unboxing video. We're going to unbox the updated implementing guidance for the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009. Here it is. These are the updated guidelines that the Office of Management and Budget has published to the agencies, giving them information of how to implement the various requirements inside of the American Recovery and Investment Act. First thing that we notice is that this comes in at a healthy 174 pages. That's almost 3 times as large as the original implementation guidance issued by OMB. It begins with a nice cover letter from Peter Orzag, the Director of the Office of Management, and we get a table of contents divided up into sections. And one of the things we notice almost immediately is that half of the document is actually appendices, where we're going to see a lot of detail about implementing. The guidance document broken out into its different sections and appendices. Okay, so the first thing we want to point out here is section 1, and in particular, what are the most significant updates since February 18th? And one thing that jumps out to us is that recipient reporting is going to be collected centrally. Those interested in transparency and accountability are going to be most interested in Section 2, which are the agency plans for public reporting. And in here in particular, I want to point out this table, which are the reporting requirements. These 8 different listings are the type of reports that agencies and major awardees are going to have to make, as well as some information about the period. I'll include this, but one of the things we also have is a further definition of the terms that are going to be required. So we are beginning to see some standardization of terminology. We have the appendices, and the appendices get into much greater detail of the data elements that need to be collected. So in Appendix 1, we have detailed instructions on transmitting materials. In Section 2, we have further definition around the /recovery web pages. Appendix 3 addresses the program plan requirements. So all of the programs that are using recovery dollars have to actually file with the Office of Management and Budget a program plan. And this document actually goes into a great deal of detail about what the data elements are for filing the description of the plan. Number 8, the interim FAR rules. FAR stands for Federal Acquisition Regulation. So there are several cases that are actually defined inside of the FAR that have been published on March 31st in the Federal Register for information associated with tracking jobs and other recovery data. Well, that's it. Those are some of the highlights that I wanted to point out from unboxing the OMB's updated implementing guide for the Recovery Act. And feedback is being accepted up until April 17th on this document. If you want your own copy of this document, go to recovery.gov, and you can find it on the Accountability and Transparency page. I believe there's a link to it at the bottom.